Good morning. This is Scott Craig, Public Policy Advisor for KSLT, with your weekly legislative update from the South Dakota Capitol in Pierre, where I serve in the House of Representatives. And I am joined, as always, by Dale Barcher, Executive Director of the Family Heritage Alliance. And this is week 4 of the 91st legislative session. Dale, what do you have for us?
Hello, Scott. House Bill 1008, the Student Physical Privacy Act, which requires students to use the bathrooms of their biological sex and accommodates those for who might be walking through gender confusion, passed the full House on an amazing vote of 58 to 10. House Bill 1008 will now be heard next week in the Senate Education Committee. Please act today in support of HB 1008 by going to fhaaction.org and clicking on our legislative radar. House Bill 1107 is a government non-discrimination act, and it passed out of the House State Affairs Committee this week on a strong vote of 10 to 3. This bill, whose prime sponsor is none other than Rapid City Representative Scott Craig, thank you, Scott, is also known as GENDA. And this bill, in essence, says that the state should not be in the business of forcing individuals and entities to affirm same-sex marriage or other sexual conduct against their religious beliefs. Friends, we need your help in the passage of HB 1107. It may well be voted on by the full House this coming Monday, February 7. Also heard this week in the House State Affairs Committee was House Bill 1112. House Bill 1112 will void the controversial transgender policy of the South Dakota High School Activities Association enacted back in 2014. HB 1112 will also require that any transgender policy passed by the Activities Association must be approved by the South Dakota Legislature. This bill passed out of this committee on a strong vote once again of 10 to 3 and will most likely be heard by the full House this coming Monday. Senate Bill 72 is a bill crafted by the South Dakota Right to Life, and it will prohibit the abortion of an unborn child who is capable of experiencing pain. And it will be heard in the Health and Human Services Committee this Friday, February 5. House Bill 1123 has the FHA action support, as this bill requires the results of inspections of abortion facilities to be posted on the Health and Human Services departmental website within a reasonable 45 days of inspection. It recently passed the full House on a vote of 60 to 8 and now heads to the Senate side. A third pro-life bill is Senate Bill 24, which is a bill to prohibit the sale of fetal body parts and to provide a penalty for doing so. This bill's prime sponsor is our Attorney General Marty Jackley. It recently passed the full Senate on a vote of 34 to 0, proving once again that South Dakota legislators do cherish our culture of life.
Thanks so much again, Dale, for that tremendous update. Folks, be sure to tune in. Same time next week right here for your next legislative update from the South Dakota Capitol in Pierre. For KSLT, this is Scott Craig, Public Policy Advisor.